Welcome to Sleep, a place where every gentle sound guides you toward peace, and every moment helps you drift into deep, restful sleep. I'm so glad you've joined me tonight. Dear listener, relax and feel the surroundings. Let your eyes grow heavy. Allow your breath to slip slow and soft. Let the weight of your body settle into the bed or couch where you lie. Let the air around you settle. If there is a fan or a gentle hum somewhere, turn toward it. Let it murmur quietly like a distant lullaby. Let the lights dim until the edges of the room soften and the world begins to blur into gentle shadows. Our story today begins aboard an old night train moving through the rainy countryside at midnight. The carriage is warm inside, built of dark wood, polished over decades. The windows are tall and narrow, framed by thick curtains that sway slightly with the gentle motion of the train. Outside, rain taps softly against the glass. At times, the drops blur into little rivulets sliding down quiet, streams that catch fleeting glimmers of distant lights in the night. You are a passenger in a small cabin, lying on a narrow bed draped with a thick woolen blanket. The mattress feels firm but gentle. Beneath you, the wood floor hums, and every so often you hear the low creak of the train shifting its weight against the rails. You can smell the faint scent of aged pine from the wooden walls. There is a hint of damp earth carried from the open platform where the train last stopped. Maybe a whiff of old leather from worn seats. Soft footsteps echo in the corridor outside, distant and warm, like ghosts moving between carriages. The rhythmic clack of the tracks beneath you is steady, gentle, clack, pause, clack, pause. That subtle repetition is like a heartbeat of steel, inviting you to match your own breath to it. Inhale slowly to clacks. Exhale slowly. Pause. Inhale, clack, exhale, pause. Outside the window, you see a blur of dark shapes, passing trees, bending under the mild wind, fields disappearing into mist. Occasionally, a dim glimmer of a farmhouse lantern or a closed-up village house floats by. All around you there is rain, soft wind, and the distant cry of night birds hidden among shadows. But inside your cabin there is warmth, there is calm. You settle deeper into your blanket. Your eyelids grow heavy. You can feel the slight sway of the train as it turns gently around a curve. The gentle rocking is kind and dependable. It carries you forward, night after night, gently, softly, like a slow cradle. Our story tonight is simple. It does not rush. It whispers. It invites you to drift. Let your thoughts drift with the train along those rails beneath the rain. A low flicker of light appears as the conductor passes, lantern in hand. The soft golden glow spills across the floorboards, painting dancing patterns on the walls, like a warm fireplace in a distant cabin. You imagine the warmth of those flickers, how they hug the wood, make it alive with comfort. You imagine closing your eyes, letting the lantern's glow slowly fade, leaving behind that gentle, warm memory. Snow-white clouds of breath rise softly when the door closes behind a distant passenger. The hush returns, embracing your cabin once again. Outside, the rain continues. A subtle wind brushes the window pane. You imagine the scent of fresh rain dripping from leaves, that earthy smell so familiar and comforting. You can hear faint murmurs from far off, the sound of someone quietly closing a suitcase, perhaps, or the soft shuffle of slippers in the corridor. But here, in your cabin, there is only stillness, there is only calm. If these quiet tales are helping you drift off, a gentle like or a silent subscribe would mean the world. It helps this sleepy corner of the internet reach others who need a little calm too. I always wonder, where in the world are you listening from right now? If you are still awake, leave a whisper of a comment, maybe your city and the time on your clock. It's a beautiful thing, this quiet little global gathering, all connected through stories and stillness. Now, let's set the mood, dim the lights, maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum, and get comfortable. Now, with the rain softly tapping outside, with the train gliding onward, let's continue. You drift deeper into the bed. The blanket is heavy now, wrapping you in gentle weight. Your limbs grow loose, soft like fabric. Your thoughts slow, folding inward, curling gently. Outside, the countryside slides past in shadows and mist. You cannot see clearly, but you sense the silence beyond the rain. You sense hills sloping softly beneath forests, meadows lying quiet under dripping leaves, and narrow roads where occasional puddles catch the dim glow of a clouded moon. In your cabin, you feel safe, you feel embraced. The wood around you feels like a warm hug. The bed beneath you feels like a boat on calm water. The rhythmic clack of the rails and the soft whisper of rain combine into one gentle symphony, steady, predictable, soothing. You imagine a small brass lantern beside your bed that you lit before the journey began. Its flame was weak, flickering, but now, as you lie there, the lantern is gone. Only the warmth remains deep in your memory, the gentle echo of its glow. Your mind begins to wander. Maybe you recall distant memories, bare feet on wooden floors, a soft quilt on a chilly night, the smell of fresh rain on soil. Maybe a memory of childhood windows misted over, soft rain against glass, and a parent's calm voice reading a gentle story. Let the memory float. Don't hold on to it too tight. Let it drift away like a leaf carried by a slow stream. Because right now, this cabin, this train, this night is your world. Outside, the rain continues to fall in soft sheets. The trees lean away from the wind. The earth beyond the window drinks slowly. Night birds hush their calls. The only sound is the train. Clack, pause, clack, pause. Your breath matches. In, clack, out, pause. In, clack, out, pause. In, clack, out, pause. Out, pause. Your body loosens. Your hands, once held, now rest at your sides. Your shoulders drop. Your jaw releases its small tension. Your eyelids are heavier than ever. If you like, you may imagine the soft flicker of lightning far away, followed by distant thunder, muffled by thick clouds. But the thunder is soft, like a drum played behind thick curtains. It only adds to the rhythm of the night. Another layer of calm, another promise of rest. Outside, the window fogs slightly from the warmth inside. A tiny droplet of rain begins to roll downward. You watch it slowly slip along the glass, leaving a faint trail. That droplet carries all the troubles of the day. It carries your worries, your racing thoughts, and as it drifts downward, it draws them away. Down, down, until they fade into nothing. You do not need to hold anything now. No secrets, no worries, no tasks, just the steady breath of the night. You are safe, you are calm, you are drifting. The world outside fades. The cabin becomes a womb of warmth. The quilt embraces you. The window frames only rain. The rails hum softly beneath. You imagine the next stop may be a small station in some far-off valley. The train will pause for a moment, a distant whistle, a muted hush, and then onward again. But you do not need to care, not now, not tonight. Here you just drift. The soft hush of the rainfall, the gentle rocking of the cabin, the steady clack and pause. Sleep is near. Your mind slides across the surface of dreams. Your breath grows slower still. Your heartbeat blends with the rhythm of the rails. And in this gentle journey through rain and night, you begin to drift deeper. The train glides onward, carrying you away from waking worries toward a world of calm. Let the steady motion carry you. Let the rain wash over you. Let the dark outside cradle you. You are drifting now. You are falling slowly into sleep. And this old night train moves on beneath the soft, endless rain. Dear listener, settle in again. Let your breath ease. Let your body soften. We return now to the night train, gliding through the rain-soaked countryside. The cabin is still warm. The darkness outside is still gentle. The rhythm beneath you remains steady and kind. Our story continues. The train curves slowly along an old stretch of track, and the motion is so smooth that it feels like drifting across calm water. Outside the window, rain beads along the glass and trembles with every soft vibration of the wheels. You watch the droplets gather and merge into tiny streams. They slip down the pane like little rivers, each one tracing its own calm path. The sky beyond is deep and velvety, a dark blanket pulled over the world. Only the faint glow of the cabin lantern and the muted shimmer of distant houses give shape to the night. Inside your cabin, the air feels thick with comfort. You can almost imagine it as warm wool, lightly wrapped around you. You feel the texture of the blanket against your legs, soft and familiar. Every inhale brings the subtle scent of polished wood, old leather, and faint rain. It is a scent that settles the thoughts. It suggests rest, quiet, and stillness. You turn slightly on your side, letting your cheek rest against the pillow. The pillow is cool at first, then warmed quickly by the touch of your skin. Your eyes grow heavier. You feel the gentle tug of sleep pulling at you, encouraging you to lean just a little closer toward dreaming. The clack of the rails fills the quiet spaces in your mind, soft and consistent. Clack, pause, clack, pause. It is a timeless sound, one that has lulled so many travelers into calm over the years. You imagine the conductor far down the hallway in another carriage. He moves slowly, checking on sleepers, making sure the lamps are low and the doors secure. His lantern casts warm pools of light across the narrow corridor, fading into gentle shadows. His footsteps are barely a whisper. Even though you cannot see him from where you lie, you can sense his steady presence as part of the rhythm of the night. Just another quiet guardian on this peaceful journey. The train whistles, once a soft call into the rain. The sound stretches through the mist and fades into distant fields. For a moment, it feels as if the world outside pauses to listen. Somewhere in a sleeping village, a dog might lift its head before resting again. Somewhere in the hills, a small stream might shift its pace. Even the rain seems to hush before falling again. Your cabin sways gently with the motion. The wooden walls creak softly as the train glides over a small rise in the tracks. You feel the shift, but it is slow and smooth. It is almost like a comforting hand guiding you deeper into relaxation. The rhythm never breaks. The night holds steady. You imagine the countryside passing by outside. There are fields of tall grass brushed flat by the drizzle. There are clusters of trees, their branches heavy with water. There are old barns with roofs that glow faintly with the reflection of the train's windows. The landscape feels endless and peaceful, as if the whole world has gone to sleep except for this one old train traveling quietly through the rain. Inside your cabin, you pull the blanket a little closer. Your shoulders relax more deeply. Your arms rest loosely by your sides. There is no weight on your chest. Your breath moves in and out with a gentle steadiness. Like the train, there is no rush, no urgency, just a slow journey through the soft hours of the night. A distant rumble of thunder rolls across the sky. It is low, muted, softened by layers of cloud. It does not disturb the calm. Instead, it adds texture, a warm echo that spreads slowly across the horizon. You picture the lightning far behind those clouds, lighting up distant hills for just a heartbeat. But here, inside the cabin, that light never reaches you. You remain wrapped in shadows and warmth. The cabin lantern near your bed flickers once. The small flame dances, then grows steady again. The flicker feels like a tiny lull in time, a sign that even light can rest. You watch its glow reflect softly on the wooden wall. The patterns look like waves on a quiet lake. You imagine dipping your hand into those golden waves, feeling warmth, feeling softness, feeling calm. Your breath slows again. With each inhale, you take in the scent of the cabin. With each exhale, you release another piece of tension. Your thoughts blur gently at the edges. Instead of forming sharp lines, they soften and drift. They become shapes without weight, stories without urgency, feelings without edges. You imagine that somewhere beyond the next bend is a small station lit by a single lantern. Maybe someone sits on a bench under an awning, listening to the rain fall against the roof. Maybe they watch the train approach, but do not plan to board. Maybe they simply enjoy the sight of it, a warm streak of light passing through their quiet night. But in your imagination, this station is only for a moment. It drifts by, gently and softly, leaving behind a peaceful echo. The train continues onward. Clack, pause, clack, pause. Your breath follows. In, out, in, out. If you listen closely, you might hear the faint rustle of leaves outside. The wind pushes them gently, brushing rain across their surfaces. Some leaves cling to heavy droplets that fall slowly, tapping on ground and water and tin roofs. The soft rustle joins the rhythm of the rails. It becomes part of the lullaby of the night. Inside your cabin, the warmth remains steady. It feels almost like sitting near a low hearth with embers glowing faintly. You imagine the soft crackle of wood, even though there is no fire here. The idea alone brings more calm, more peace. Your eyes drift closed for a moment, then open again, slowly, heavily. That small return to waking feels distant. The space between sleep and awareness grows thinner. You drift in that space, suspended gently, carried forward by the movement of the train. You do not need to decide anything here. You do not need to plan. You do not need to be alert. This moment belongs only to rest, only to be quiet, only to the soft lull of the rails. You hear a gentle pattering as the rain becomes slightly heavier. The drops fall in soft bursts, tapping the window like tiny fingertips. The sound is soothing, steady, and promising. The world outside might be cool and wet, but inside the cabin you remain warm and comfortable. The contrast makes your rest even sweeter. Slowly, you allow your shoulders to sink deeper into the mattress. You allow your mind to let go of anything that tries to rise. You allow your breath to guide you toward softness, the rain, the rhythm, the motion. They wrap around you like a slow, warm tide. You drift again, and the night train carries you a little deeper, a little softer, a little closer to sleep. Let yourself sink into the pillows. Let your thoughts settle like dust in a quiet room. Let the story continue to hold you. Let the journey guide you. You are safe. You are calm. You are drifting. The train moves on beneath the rain, and you move on toward dreams. Dear listener, take a slow breath and return to the quiet rhythm of the night train. The rain still falls softly outside. The cabin still holds you in its warm, gentle embrace. Let your body relax again. Let your thoughts drift like mist. We continue now deeper into the peaceful story. The world beyond the window is wrapped in dark blue shadows. The rain has shifted into a soft drizzle that paints silver streaks across the glass. Each drop trembles as the train glides forward. They glide with you, little companions drifting down the pane. The countryside is barely visible now, but every so often you catch the faint outline of a distant hill or the silhouette of a sleeping tree. Everything looks softened by the night. Everything feels hushed. Inside your cabin, the warmth seems to have settled into every corner. The wooden walls glow faintly with the memory of lamplight. The bed under you carries the slow vibration of the rails, like a heartbeat that never grows louder, never grows faster, but remains steady and comforting. You feel each soft sway of the train as if someone is gently rocking you. It becomes almost impossible to tell where your breath ends and the train's rhythm begins. Both are slow, both are peaceful, both guide you toward rest. You shift slightly and allow your body to find an even more comfortable spot. The mattress adjusts beneath you. The blanket breathes warm air back toward your skin. Your toes loosen, your calves soften, your knees unlock. You feel your spine relax, one vertebra at a time. Your shoulders sink deeper. Even the small muscles along your face ease. There is nothing here to hold on to, nothing demanding your attention. Just a warm cabin, a soft blanket, a slow train, and the steady rain. The conductor returns after a long while. You hear his careful footsteps in the corridor. Not loud, not hurried, just small, soft reminders that you are not alone on this gentle journey. His lantern hums with a faint glow. It spills a thin line of warm amber light beneath your cabin door. The light flickers for a moment, then steadies, then drifts away as his steps move farther down the train. There is something comforting in his presence, even from a distance. Someone watching over the journey, someone guarding the quiet. You close your eyes and imagine him checking each cabin, nodding quietly, making sure all is calm. And then he moves on, his shadow stretching and shrinking along the corridor until it disappears entirely. The train remains, the rain keeps falling, and the night continues its slow drift. The train's whistle blows again. It is soft, almost hesitant. It stretches across the wet fields and echoes faintly in the hills. You can picture the sound traveling far, touching the rooftops of distant farmhouses and moving through the branches of heavy trees. Somewhere out there, the fields glitter with raindrops. Somewhere, a small river swells with gentle ripples. Somewhere, a lonely road lies empty and peaceful under the dark sky. But you are here, wrapped in warmth, carried forward by this old train. A faint breeze slips in through the tiny gap beneath your window. It is cool and damp, touched by the scent of rain-soaked soil. The freshness of it mingles with the warm air of your cabin, creating a perfect balance of comfort. The breeze brushes your cheek like a quiet whisper. You inhale slowly and let the soft, earthy smell bring your mind even closer to rest. It reminds you of rainy evenings long ago, moments when the world felt still and gentle. You turn your head slightly toward the window. The glass is foggy now, painted with soft warmth from inside the cabin. When you breathe, a faint circle of condensation appears and fades. It is such a small detail, yet peaceful. Everything around you feels slow and delicate. Even your thoughts drift like smoke. You picture them dissolving into the fog on the window. One by one they fade. One by one they disappear. If you listen closely, you can hear water running off the roof of the train car. It falls in little streams, splashing softly against the metal sides. The sound blends with the clack of the wheels in a natural harmony. The rain above, the rails below, and the night all around create a cocoon of sound. None of it is sharp or demanding. It simply exists, patient and calming. It wraps around you like a soft quilt. Your eyelids feel heavier now. When you blink, the darkness behind your eyes feels deep and inviting. You find yourself sinking into it a little more each time. The rhythm of your breath has become slow and even. You are drifting further into the in-between space where thoughts become visions and visions melt into dreams. The train moves through another curve. You feel the gentle shift beneath you. It pulls the blanket slightly across your body, almost like a gentle hand adjusting it for warmth. You do not resist. You simply let the motion guide you. The cabin creaks lightly in response, like an old friend settling into a comfortable chair beside a fire. You imagine the soft crackle of that imaginary fire, the glow reflecting on wood panels, warming your hands, warming your heart. Beyond the window, the fields blur into darkness. The rain begins to fall a little heavier again. Each drop taps with a slightly fuller sound. It is steady, rhythmic, soothing. The train hums along as if whispering that there is nothing to worry about, nothing to chase, nothing to solve, only the journey, only at night. Only the slow drift toward dreams. Your body continues to unwind. The tension you carried earlier, maybe in your shoulders or your neck or your chest, has begun to melt away. It runs off you like water, falling softly, disappearing into the mattress beneath you. You feel lighter now, calmer, as though you are floating a little above the bed or sinking gently into it. Either way, the sensation brings comfort. Your mind begins to paint soft images, the early traces of dreams. Maybe quiet hills covered in mist. Maybe a cabin with a warm lamp glowing inside. Maybe a calm lake reflecting the moon between ripples of rain. These images come without effort. You do not chase them. They drift to you naturally. They linger for a moment, then gently fade, making room for others. You are not awake enough to hold them, not asleep enough to lose them. You are drifting in a peaceful middle place. The train continues its steady journey, carrying you farther into the night. The rain plays its quiet lullaby. Your breath moves slowly. Your heart rests softly. Everything around you encourages sleep. Everything whispers rest. And as you settle deeper into the warmth of the cabin, the clack of the tracks steadies your thoughts. The world grows quieter. The night grows softer. You drift deeper. The train moves on beneath the rain. You move toward dreams. You are safe. You are calm. You are drifting. The night continues, and sleep comes closer. Dear listener, take another slow breath and let the night settle around you again. The train is still gliding through the rainy countryside. The rhythm beneath you is steady and kind. Your cabin stays warm, safe, and softly lit by the memory of lantern glow. Let yourself sink back into the story as we drift deeper into the night. The rain outside has become a gentle curtain. It falls in thin strands, whispering against the windows. The countryside is wrapped in a thick, velvety darkness that seems endless. Every now and then, the train passes a cluster of tall trees. Their shapes appear for only a moment before melting back into shadow. You hear the leaves rustling softly, weighed down by droplets. The sound is faint but soothing, blending with the rhythm of the rails. Clack, pause, clack, pause. Inside your cabin, the air has grown even cozier. Your blanket feels warmer against your skin. Your body has grown heavier with rest. The gentle rocking of the train pulls you deeper into calm. Each sway invites your muscles to relax further. You feel softness reaching through your limbs, through your thoughts, through your breath. The difference between your body and the bed beneath you starts to blur. You are sinking, you are floating, you are safe. In the corridor, you hear the quiet hum of the train's wheels turning beneath the wooden floors. It's like a background lullaby that never stops. Every piece of the old carriage seems to sing along, from the beams above you to the brass fixtures on the walls. Even the tiny screws holding the window frame in place vibrate ever so slightly, adding to the gentle song. You turn your head toward the window, even if your eyes remain half closed. A thin streak of moonlight tries to peek through the clouds. It doesn't break fully through, but it creates a dim silver glow behind the rain. The droplets sparkle for a moment, then slide down and disappear. Watching them, even in this soft and hazy way, feels like watching your thoughts dissolve. They appear, they slip, they fade. You imagine the train traveling over an old stone bridge. Now, beneath it, a river moves slowly, swollen by rainfall. You picture the dark water swirling lazily, carrying little flecks of reflected light. The train's shadow glides over the surface. The river doesn't mind. It keeps moving at its own gentle pace, whispering beneath the bridge before disappearing into the darkness on the other side. Your cabin creaks softly as the train finishes crossing. The sound comforts you. It reminds you that the train has traveled this path countless times, through countless nights, carrying countless sleepy travelers. You are simply one more soul being carried toward rest. Another soft gust of wind brushes the side of the train. You hear it move across the body of the carriage like a calm breath. The breeze hums as it passes, and for a moment you imagine it carries a cool scent from distant pines. It mingles with the warm air inside, settling your senses even more. You shift on the bed and feel the pillow adjust under your cheek. The fabric is smooth and cool where it hasn't yet touched your skin. You notice how your eyelids flutter each time you blink, heavy and slow. Each blink lasts a little longer than the one before. The world behind your eyes grows darker and softer. You feel yourself slipping gently, peacefully, into that warm, in-between space again. You imagine the conductor returning to the end of the train where a small stove might be keeping water warm for tea. Perhaps he pours himself a small cup, listening to the rain hit the roof above him. Perhaps he smiles softly, feeling grateful for the quiet night. The glow from the stove may flicker against the walls, casting moving shadows that drift like memories. You picture him settling into a seat, sipping slowly, enjoying the gentle sway of the carriage. Farther down the train, other passengers sleep soundly in their cabins. Some may be dreaming of home. Others may be wrapped in the simple comfort of travel, letting the rails guide them wherever the night wishes to take them. The whole train is like a floating village of sleepers, drifting through rain and mist under the watch of clouds. You turn your attention back to yourself. Your body feels loose and warm. Your breath is soft. Your thoughts drift in slow circles, almost like the motion of raindrops pooling on a window. It feels as if someone has placed a gentle hand on your shoulder, guiding you downward into deeper rest. You surrender to that pull easily. The train eases into a long, gentle curve. You feel the shift without needing to open your eyes. The motion is smooth. The slight tilt of the cabin makes your body sink even deeper into the mattress. You feel the blanket hug you, tucking around your sides. The rails hum a little differently at this angle, but the change is soft, like a whispering voice leaning toward your ear. When the train straightens again, a subtle quiet fills the cabin, as if everything has settled just a little more. The rain becomes softer, the rhythm becomes calmer. Your heartbeat slows with the change. You imagine another small village appearing in the distance. Its lights are warm golden dots in a sea of blue darkness. The train never stops there. It simply passes by, sending a quiet ripple of sound through the sleeping streets. The light from the village windows reflects faintly on the wet tracks, then disappears as the train moves on. The world remains peaceful behind you. Your body grows heavier still. Your arms and legs no longer feel separate. They are part of the warm weight sinking into the bed. Even your thoughts feel weighted, drifting slowly downward, like leaves falling through cool night air. You hear a soft tap of raindrops hitting something metallic outside. It might be a loose latch or a small vent. The sound is irregular but gentle. Each tap is like a tiny knock from the night, reminding you that the world is calm outside, that the rain is steady, that nothing demands your attention. The night is quiet, the train is steady, you are safe. You breathe in and feel the warmth fill your chest. You breathe out and feel everything release, over and over, slowly, peacefully. The breath becomes the soft engine of your dreaming. The rhythm becomes a quiet companion. The warmth of the blanket becomes a shelter. You imagine the train entering a valley where mist floats low to the ground. The fog wraps around the rails, drifting in slow waves. The train pushes gently through it, parting the mist like curtains. The fog curls behind the carriage, glowing faintly from the dim lights inside. The air outside is cool and damp, but none of that chill reaches you. You ride through it as if floating on a warm river. Your mind drifts again. Images appear softly, perhaps a small lakeside cottage with a glowing window, perhaps a quiet forest with rain pattering on leaves. Perhaps a lantern swinging gently from a porch as a warm breeze passes. These visions come gently, without effort. They comfort you. They carry you. The train continues its quiet journey. The night deepens. The rain softens. Your breath slows. Your heart settles. Sleep hovers close, warm and patient. You drift deeper. The train moves beneath the rain. You move toward dreams. You are safe. You are calm. You are drifting. Dear listener, take another soft breath and settle back into the quiet of the night. The train still carries you, steady and slow, beneath the cool curtain of rain. Your cabin stays warm. Your blanket holds your body in gentle stillness. Let yourself sink even deeper now as the story continues. The landscape outside has darkened into an even softer blur. The rain hangs like a thin veil over everything. Sometimes it drifts sideways when the wind picks up. Sometimes it falls straight down in shimmering threads. The glass of your window glows faintly with the reflection of the lantern in the corridor. You can see the gentle halo of that light bending across the droplets on the pane. It looks like a tiny moon resting in your window frame. The interior of the cabin feels quieter than before. The sound of the rails has softened, or perhaps your ears have grown so accustomed to it that it blends seamlessly with your breath. The clack of the wheels is slower now, not in speed but in presence. It feels like a whisper, a steady reminder that time is moving without you needing to notice, without you needing to push or keep up. The world moves gently, and you are allowed to rest. You let your hands relax fully. Your fingers uncurl. Your palms sink softly into the blanket. There is no reason to hold on to anything. The train holds you. The rain surrounds you. The night cradles you. You feel a warmth in your chest, not from the cabin air alone, but from the deep comfort that comes when the mind finally surrenders its weight. You close your eyes for a moment. Behind your eyelids, the darkness is smooth and warm. You can almost sense the motion of the train there, too, like a slow drift across a calm lake. You feel your thoughts floating, rising and falling with each soft sway. They are lighter now. You barely notice them before they dissolve. The conductor passes by again, but this time his steps are slower. Maybe he knows that most of the passengers have fallen asleep. Maybe he takes his time to appreciate the quiet himself. The train hums around him, and the lantern he carries casts a muted circle of amber on the wooden floor. You hear him pause, as if listening to the rain. You imagine his face softened by the glow, his eyes half closed, comforted by the same lullaby that holds you. He moves on. The lantern glow fades. The corridor becomes still once more. You turn your attention to the small wooden shelf across from your bed. On it rests a neatly folded towel, a glass of water, and a tiny porcelain dish. The objects do not move, but the soft light makes them look alive, like small companions sharing this quiet journey. Each item has its own shadow, and those shadows sway with the train. Even the smallest details of the cabin feel calm and patient, existing only to make your rest easier. Rain taps more slowly now, as if tired. The pattern is irregular but soothing. You notice how it speeds up for a few moments, then slows, like a heartbeat settling. Sometimes the drops merge and slide together. Sometimes they fall apart, traveling their own paths down the glass. You imagine tracing one with your fingertip, feeling the cool surface of the window, the faint vibration from the rails below. The train enters a stretch of forest. You can sense it before you see it. The darkness outside becomes deeper, richer. The rain sounds different, too. It taps against leaves before reaching the ground. The drops make soft, rustling sounds, layering over the rhythm of the rails. The trees stand tall on either side of the track, forming a quiet corridor of branches and shadows. The train glides right through them, parting the night like a slow-moving whisper. You imagine the forest floor beneath the trestle bed of wet leaves, glistening with droplets. Small brooks winding through the undergrowth, swollen gently by rainwater. Tiny creatures sleeping in burrows or curled beneath roots. The night belongs to them too, and they rest as peacefully as you do now. Your breath deepens, in and out, slow and steady. You begin to feel the warm heaviness of sleep pulling at your limbs. Your thoughts no longer run. They drift, they loosen, they float like feathers in a soft breeze. The train exits the forest and moves into a valley. The air outside shifts, cooler and lighter. Mist drifts across the tracks, hugging the ground in pale waves. It rolls upward as the train passes, swirling and thinning before disappearing into the rain. The mist looks like soft fabric being pulled gently through the air. It reminds you of a warm scarf wrapped loosely around your shoulders on a cold evening. Your cabin seems even warmer now by contrast. The blanket hugs you with steady weight. The pillow supports your head in the softest way. Your breaths are slow and full. Your body feels as though it is melting into the mattress, sinking through it into a pool of quiet warmth below. In your mind, you see dim lights in the valley, perhaps a farm with a single lantern burning near a stable, perhaps a small cottage where someone sits by a window, watching the rain fall on their garden. You imagine them lifting their head as the train passes, hearing the distant hum of wheels on the tracks. They might smile softly, knowing travelers are being carried safely through the night. The train hums like a gentle lullaby. The rain drapes its soft voice over everything. The night is absolute in its calm. You feel weightless. You feel held. You feel the edges of sleep brushing against your thoughts, inviting you deeper. Another soft sway of the carriage pulls your blanket tighter around you. The motion feels deliberate, like the night tucking you in. You allow your breathing to follow the rhythm. In with the sway, out with the drift. The movements are small but powerful, each one lowering you further into peace. Your mind begins to paint new dreamlike images. You see a lantern hanging from a porch, glowing warm against a dark sky. You see a small path winding through wet grass. You see a distant train station with a wooden bench beneath an awning. These images come gently, without direction. They are soft. They are warm. They ask nothing of you. The train continues onward, steady and slow. Clack, pause. Clack, pause. You drift. The rain continues its song. You drift. The night grows deeper. You drift. Your breath grows softer, matching the quiet inside the cabin. Your heartbeat slows. Your muscles release any last threads of tension. The world narrows into warmth and darkness and the rhythm of the train. You are safe. You are calm. You are drifting. Let the train carry you. Let the rain soothe you. Let the night hold you. Sleep draws closer. Peace deepens. The journey continues. The train moves on beneath the rain, and you begin to slip into dreams. Dear listener, take another soft breath and let yourself sink farther into the calm of this night. The train still moves beneath you, steady and slow, carrying you deeper through the rain-soaked countryside. Everything remains quiet. Everything remains gentle. Your blanket holds warmth against your body. The pillow cradles your head. The rhythm beneath the rails hums like a heartbeat meant only for you. The darkness outside has softened. It is no longer heavy, but velvety, like a smooth fabric stretched over the world. The rain continues to fall, but now it sounds smoother, almost like a gentle brushing rather than tapping. It spreads itself evenly across the window, drifting down in curtains of silver. Each drop glides with purpose, merging with tiny rivers that trickle along the glass. You listen without effort. You let the sound guide you deeper into stillness. Inside your cabin, the air feels settled and warm. The wooden walls glow faintly with the memory of lantern light. The floor hums with the rails beneath. The subtle vibration moves through your mattress and into your muscles. It encourages them to soften, release, and melt into the comfort of the bed. You feel safe. You feel steady. The night asks nothing more from you. The corridor outside is nearly silent. No footsteps, no voices, just the distant hum of wheels turning and the occasional shift of the train body adjusting to the rails. You sense the presence of other sleepers throughout the carriages, all resting in their own quiet worlds. You imagine them wrapped in their blankets, breathing slowly, drifting gently toward dreams. The whole train is its own little village of sleepers gliding through mist and rain. Your eyes drift half closed again. The darkness behind your eyelids is warm and soft. You almost feel the sway of the train there, a quiet rocking that carries you deeper. Your breath matches that rhythm, slowly, out slowly. Everything is unhurried. Everything is peaceful. Your thoughts slip quietly into the background as if they too are curling up beneath a blanket. The train begins to climb a small incline. You barely feel the change, just a slight lift under your body and a gentler hum from the engine. Outside, the rain hits the roof with a softer patter spread by the wind. You imagine the landscape rising beneath the train hills that roll upward into dark silhouettes. Perhaps there are pine trees lining the ridge. Perhaps a stream winds through the valley far below. You cannot see any of it clearly, but the mystery adds to the calm. You do not need to see it. You only need to feel the motion and let it rock you deeper. The incline levels out, and the train finds its steady rhythm again. Clack, pause, clack, pause. You feel the gentle stretch of your body as the motion evens out. Your arms grow heavier. Your chest rises and falls in an easy rhythm. Even your fingers relax until they feel weightless. Somewhere far ahead, you hear a soft murmur, perhaps the conductor adjusting something near the front of the car. The sound is faint, nearly lost to the rain, but comforting nonetheless. It reminds you that someone is awake and watching over the journey. It lets you rest even more deeply, knowing the night is tended to with care. The window fogs again with the warmth from your cabin. You watch as faint circles of condensation bloom each time you breathe near the glass. The sight is gentle, ephemeral. It fades as quickly as it forms. You let your gaze soften, unfocused, watching the glow of passing lanterns outside blur into streaks of gold and silver. The streaks melt into darkness almost immediately, leaving no trace behind, just like thoughts drifting away into sleep. The train enters another stretch of forest. You feel the air change, cooler and fragrant with pine. The sound of the rain shifts again. It patters on branches before reaching the ground. The leaves rustle softly, brushing each other with a quiet swish. The forest feels endless, and the train rolls through it as if wrapped in a cocoon of mist and trees. You imagine the branches overhead bending slightly with the wind, creating a tunnel of shadows through which you glide. Your breath feels slow and deep. Your mind quiets even more. You begin to feel a soft heaviness in your eyelids, a gentle pull drawing you downward. The thoughts that appear drift like ripples on water, faint and warm. You no longer cling to them. They come and go without effort. In your imagination, a faint glow appears through the trees perhaps, a small house tucked among the branches. It might have a single window lit by a soft orange lamp. You imagine someone inside, reading quietly by the fire or sipping something warm. They might glance up as the train passes, hearing its distant hum through the rain. Then they return to their quiet, much like you, two separate pockets of calm in the same rainy night. The train glides onward. The forest thins. The night opens again into a wide field washed with mist. The mist curls upward like small ghosts of vapor, swirling gently around the tracks. The rails cut through the fog, leaving soft trails of displaced mist in their wake. It looks almost like the train is moving through low clouds. Your body feels heavier still. Your mind drifts closer to dreams. You feel the space between your thoughts widen. You feel the world grow softer around you. Even the blanket feels as though it has wrapped itself more snugly over your shoulders. Every breath brings warmth. Every exhale brings release. You imagine yourself outside for a moment, standing near the tracks in the rain, watching the train pass. The lights would look warm and yellow behind the mist. The carriages would glide like a string of glowing beads. The sound would be soft, muted by the fog. Then you return to your cabin in your mind, secure in the warm cocoon, feeling the mattress beneath you. The train gives a gentle shudder as it enters a long, straight stretch of track. The movement is subtle, but the straight path that follows feels almost like drifting on still waters. The rail's rhythm becomes perfectly even. Clack, pause, clack, pause. It is the most soothing rhythm of all. Like a lullaby the night has practiced for centuries. You breathe deeper, you sink lower, you float further. You are safe, you are warm, you are drifting. The rain continues. The night deepens. The journey carries you onward. You feel yourself slipping softly toward sleep, guided by the steady hum of the rails and the gentle whisper of the rain. The train moves beneath you. The world around you softens, and you drift toward dreams. Dear listener, take one more slow breath and settle deeper into the warmth of your blankets. The night train still glides through the soft rainfall, steady and unhurried. Your body is growing heavier, softer, quieter. Let the rhythm beneath you guide you as we continue drifting deeper into this peaceful journey. The valley outside has widened now. The darkness feels open and gentle, like a vast, quiet meadow stretching into the distance. The rain falls in fine threads, barely more than mist. The droplets cling to the window and shimmer faintly each time the train passes a distant lantern or a sleepy station light. The reflections are soft and blurry, like tiny stars swimming in a quiet pool. Inside your cabin, the world feels still. The warm air settles around you like a hug. The faint glow from the corridor seeps under the door in a thin strip of amber, barely illuminating the floorboards. Your blanket holds you close. Your pillow supports you with a gentle firmness. Everything in the cabin is designed by the night itself to help you sink deeper and deeper into rest. Your eyelids flutter again. Each time they open, the world looks softer. Each time they close, the darkness feels warmer. The rocking of the train becomes a lullaby all its own. The steady sway invites your thoughts to let go of their edges, to dissolve into soft shapes and drifting impressions. The train crosses another small bridge. You hear the difference in the sound beneath you. The rails echo slightly louder for a moment, then soften again as the wheels return to earth. Below the bridge, a quiet river flows through the valley. You imagine the water reflecting the dim glow of the train as it passes overhead. A faint ripple spreads out across the surface before disappearing into the rain. The world outside remains calm, like a painting washed in darkness and silver rain. A gentle rumble of thunder rolls through the distance. It is soft and far away. The sound reaches you as nothing more than a low hum. You welcome it. The thunder feels like a slow exhale from the sky, a reminder of how vast and peaceful the night can be. Even the storm itself whispers tonight. Your breathing stays steady. It's warm, out warm. Every breath loosens something inside you. Your shoulders sag with comfort. Your arms sink deeper into the blankets. Your legs relax fully. The mattress holds you without effort. The longer you stay here, the more your body becomes part of the calm surrounding you. Somewhere far down the train, a door clicks softly. The sound echoes gently along the corridor, then fades. Someone might be returning to their cabin after stretching their legs. Or maybe the conductor is adjusting something near the luggage compartment. Whatever the reason, the sound is soft and distant. It becomes part of the night's orchestra, blending with rain and rails. The train's lanterns glow like tiny islands of gold in the darkness. You imagine the conductor carrying one as he checks on things. The light flickers with each step. You picture the gentle sway of the lantern against the softness of the rain-soaked window. The glow warms the air around it before drifting away once more. As the train moves deeper into the valley, the mist thickens. It wraps around the carriages like a cool blanket. You see it swirling just beyond your window, curling upward in ghost-like shapes. The mist looks almost alive, breathing with the train. Each breath of the engine sends a small wave through the vapor. The soft rhythm of steam and air blends beautifully with the slow drizzle outside. Your thoughts drift again. You find yourself remembering quiet moments from years ago. Maybe childhood evenings spent listening to rain on a roof. Maybe nights when someone read you a story as you drifted off. Maybe long car rides through countryside roads at dusk. These memories come without being summoned. They appear softly, stay for a moment, then fade like small lanterns in fog. You feel your breath deepen. Your chest rises and falls like a gentle tide. You barely notice the details of the cabin now. You feel them more than you see them. The scent of warm wood, the vibration beneath your mattress, the muted tap of rain on glass, the soft creak of the carriage as it settles into another smooth curve. All of it blends into a single blanket of comfort. The train begins a long descent into another valley. You feel your body sink deeper as the motion shifts. The weight of the blanket seems to grow heavier, enveloping you completely. You give into it. The more you relax, the more the world fades into quiet colors and distant shapes. Outside, you see a faint light, another small station. Just a single lamp glowing above an empty platform. The train does not slow. It passes through like a dream, leaving the station behind in seconds. But the soft glow remains in your mind. A reminder that even in the quietest parts of the world, warmth flickers somewhere. The rain begins to buzz more softly on the metal. It feels like a distant hush, like the sky whispering to the world below. The droplets slip down the window in slow trails, merging and separating in their peaceful journey downward. You follow one with your eyes until your vision blurs. Your eyelids lower. They open only halfway before closing again. Your body feels like it is floating, yet grounded in the warm bed. You allow yourself to drift in that sensation, that gentleness, that release. The rails hum below you, steady and protective. The train guides you, carries you, cradles you. Your thoughts quiet further. The spaces between them widen until there is almost nothing left but breath, warmth, and the sound of rain. The story becomes less a narration and more a feeling, a gentle presence keeping you safe. In your mind, you picture the night growing deeper. You see the sky pulling heavy clouds across the hills. You see the trees gently swaying in slow motion. You see beams of lantern light glistening on wet leaves. And through it all, the train moves forward, quiet and patient and warm. Your breath slows again. Your body feels distant but comforted. You are drifting so close to sleep now that every sound feels like part of a dream. The rails, the rain, the wind, the creak of the wooden walls, all of it softens into one quiet lullaby. You are safe. You are warm. You are sinking gently into rest. The train carries you. The rain soothes you. The night holds you. You drift deeper still, closer to the quiet place where dreams begin to form. The journey continues. The night grows softer, and sleep comes closer. Dear listener, take another gentle breath and let the warmth of your cabin wrap around you like a soft embrace. The train keeps gliding through the night, steady and slow beneath the quiet rain. Each moment grows softer, each sound grows calmer. Your body is settling, sinking, loosening with every beat of the rails. Let yourself drift as the journey carries you farther into the peaceful dark. The window beside you shows only hints of the world outside now. Shapes blend into shadows. The rain has thinned into a fine mist, tracing delicate patterns across the glass. Every droplet moves at its own pace, drifting downward in long silver trails. The faint glow from the overhead lantern catches on the water and creates a soft halo. It flickers whenever the train sways. It looks like a tiny moon dancing across the surface. Your cabin remains warm, still, steady. The wooden walls hold the heat like a small sanctuary. The mattress beneath you is perfectly shaped to your body, cradling every curve, supporting every tired muscle. Your blanket feels heavier now, almost like the night itself has draped extra layers of comfort over you. You don't have to hold yourself up. You don't have to think. You only have to breathe. Somewhere distant in the train, A soft metallic chime rings as the car gently shifts onto a new curve. The wheels follow the tracks with complete confidence, like they've made this journey 1,000 nights before. Every sound they make is softened by the rain, turning what could be noise into something soothing, rhythmic, and steady. You imagine the countryside stretching out in wide fields around you, long grasses bending under the weight of raindrops, small ponds gathering the rainfall, their surfaces shimmering with every ripple. Trees stand scattered across the land like silent guardians, their branches heavy, their leaves catching faint glimmers from the train's passing lights. Though you cannot see them clearly, you can feel their presence, solid, quiet, peaceful. Your thoughts drift like slow-moving clouds. They pass without urgency. They float without shape. If one appears, it drifts away before it can settle. Your mind is easing into that gentle space where awareness begins to blur, where imagination blends with the world, where you no longer need to decide anything. Everything slows, everything softens. The train begins to hum differently, the way it does when you enter a stretch of track laid across open land. The sound evens out. The rails become a long, uninterrupted ribbon beneath the wheels. The gentle sway becomes more fluid, more predictable, like a soft rocking meant to guide you deeper toward rest. You feel it beneath your ribs, beneath your spine, beneath every muscle that is slowly unwinding. The conductor makes another quiet walk down the corridor. His footsteps are softer than before, almost careful, as if he knows most passengers are asleep. You hear the faint jingle of his keys, a small click of a latch, then silence again. It's comforting just knowing someone is there, tending to the train, caring for the night. You don't see him, but his presence feels warm, trusted, steady. Your breath becomes slower. You feel it in your chest. You feel it in your stomach. Your body rises and falls almost imperceptibly. The motion becomes part of the rhythm of the train, a steady tide that washes over you again and again, calming you deeper into the mattress. Outside, the train passes a cluster of distant houses. You catch a glimpse of golden windows glowing through the mist. Their lights look soft and muted, like candles seen through frosted glass. You imagine families inside those homes, settling into their own quiet evenings, unaware of the train sliding silently by. Maybe someone is brewing tea. Maybe someone is reading beneath a lamp. Maybe someone is already asleep, dreaming softly while the rain whispers at their roof. The train slips past the houses and returns to darkness. The world becomes a quiet blur once more. You feel the contrast between the cool night outside and the warm cocoon inside your cabin. it deepens your sense of comfort. You nestle a little closer into the pillow. You let your eyelids grow heavier. The space behind them becomes velvety and deep. Your mind wanders into faint images, a glowing hearth, a pair of boots drying beside a door, a steaming mug resting on a wooden table. You don't know where these images come from, but they feel gentle and warm. They drift in and out like soft lanterns floating along a dark river. You don't need to hold on to them. They simply move with you. The rain lightens again. It becomes so soft that it almost sounds like a whisper, a delicate brushing against the window. The world outside darkens further. The mist gathers beneath the trees. The fields slope gently downward, and the train keeps moving, steady and patient, as though it was built for this exact night, this exact quiet. Your breathing synchronizes with the motion, in with the sway, out with the drift. You feel your hands grow warmer, your shoulders drop deeper, your legs melt into the mattress. Your whole body becomes a single pool of calm, warm, and weightless. The train enters another forest. You sense the change even before you hear it. The rain begins tapping on leaves again. The branches rustle. The pine needles catch droplets and release them in tiny cascades. The sound is soft and layered. It adds a texture to the night, a gentle backdrop for your quiet drifting. The forest feels like a tunnel of stillness. The train glides through without disturbing anything. You imagine the trees rising on both sides, tall and old, watching over the passengers with a quiet kind of understanding. They have seen countless nights, countless rains, countless trains, and they welcome this one as gently as they have welcomed them all. Your mind begins to weave dreamlike scenes. You see fireflies winking through branches. You see the faint glow of moss along the forest floor. You see the reflection of the train light in small puddles beneath the trees. The images come unbidden, peaceful and soft, as though the night itself is guiding your dreams before they even begin. You breathe again, slow, soft, deep. The rails hum, the rain whispers, the night embraces you. You are drifting now, closer to the edge of sleep. Your thoughts fade until they are nothing but shadows. Your muscles grow loose until they barely feel like they belong to you. Your mind floats in a warm, dark pool of calm. The journey continues. The train carries you. Sleep draws near. Dear listener, take one last deep breath and let the calm settle fully around you. The train hums softly beneath the rain, steady and unhurried, carrying you gently through the night. Every sway, every clack of the wheels, every soft patter of rain on the window invites your body and mind to sink further into comfort. You are safe. You are warm. You are drifting. The darkness outside has grown rich and velvet-like, almost swallowing the light of the few scattered lanterns along the tracks. The mist hangs low now, curling slowly across the rails, wrapping the landscape in a quiet, almost magical haze. Each droplet of rain traces its own path down the glass, some sliding swiftly, others lingering, and you watch them without effort, without thinking, feeling only the rhythm of their descent, matching the rhythm of your breath. Inside the cabin, everything feels hushed. The faint glow of the corridor lamp stretches into the room in a thin amber line. It brushes along the polished wood of the walls and floorboards, mingling with the shadows cast by your blankets. Your pillow cradles your head perfectly, soft yet supportive. Your blanket holds a gentle weight over you, as if the night itself is tucking you in. You are cocooned in warmth and safety. The train glides over another slight incline. The subtle rise beneath you is felt more than heard. The wheels hum, soft and resonant, a sound that soothes rather than startles. Your body adjusts effortlessly to the gentle curve, your muscles releasing any last bits of tension they have held on to. The motion is rhythmic, almost hypnotic. Clack, pause, clack, pause. You follow it naturally, your breathing falling into sync with the movement. Outside, the landscape shifts into open fields. The rain is lighter here, a fine mist that swirls around the grass and small puddles. You can just make out the faint silhouette of trees scattered across the horizon, their branches bending slightly in the soft wind. The mist curls upward and drifts slowly, as though it is moving to the rhythm of the train. You imagine each swirl brushing softly against your skin, cooling yet comforting, a tender caress from the night itself. Your thoughts grow lighter. You do not need to follow them or hold them. They drift by like soft clouds, slowly fading into the background. You feel your eyelids growing heavier with each blink. The space behind them deepens, turning darker, warmer, inviting sleep to settle in. Somewhere ahead, the faint glow of a distant station appears. Its single lamp glimmers in the mist like a quiet beacon. The train does not stop, but the light brushes past the windows, leaving a trail in your mind. It reminds you that even in the vastness of the night, there is always a small point of warmth, a gentle light, a soft presence watching over the journey. Inside the cabin, the air feels even warmer now, wrapped around your body like a soft hug. The wooden walls emit a faint, comforting scent, a mixture of polished wood and the residual warmth of the lanterns. The mattress beneath you supports your body effortlessly, every curve of your form embraced and held. Your blanket feels heavier now, as if the night itself has draped it more snugly around you. The rain whispers against the window. Some drops trickle down in thin streams, others merge and fall together. Each sound is soft, rhythmic, soothing. You feel your body sink further into the bed, into the motion of the train, into the gentle lullaby of the night. The train enters another forest. The trees are tall and silent, forming a protective canopy overhead. The rain brushes against the branches, rustling the leaves in a soft, layered song. The mist curls between the trunks, moving slowly, embracing the train as it passes. You imagine the forest as an ancient guardian, watching over you and the train, keeping everything calm and safe. Your breathing deepens naturally. Each inhale fills you with warmth and comfort. Each exhale releases the last fragments of tension, the last stray thoughts, the last remnants of wakefulness. Your muscles relax completely, your mind softens, your body melts into the mattress. You feel almost weightless, yet anchored in a cocoon of safety and warmth. The rails hum beneath you, a constant, gentle companion. The rain whispers, blending with the sound of the wheels. The forest sways softly in the distance. All of it forms a slow, continuous lullaby. You are drifting deeper. The night wraps around you. The train carries you onward. The rain continues its gentle song, and sleep, warm and soft, draws near. You are safe. You are calm. You are drifting. The journey continues. The night holds you, and dreams are ready to greet you. Dear listener, settle even deeper into your pillow and blanket, and let the gentle motion of the train continue to guide you. The night stretches wide outside your window, wrapped in mist and rain. The hum of the rails beneath you has become part of your breath now, so steady, so familiar. It almost feels like your own heartbeat echoing in time with the world. The cabin is quiet. The amber glow from the corridor lamp spills in just enough to catch the edges of your blanket, the pillow beneath your head, and the subtle lines of the wooden walls. You feel entirely surrounded by warmth. The world outside, with its shadows, rain, and drifting mist, exists far away, distant and soft. You are cocooned here in calm, safe and undisturbed. As the train moves forward, the rhythm of the wheels continues to lull you. Clack, pause, clack, pause. Each note is deliberate, yet soft. Your body rises and falls with each gentle sway, and your mind follows effortlessly. You are drifting closer to the space between wakefulness and dreams, a space of weightless quiet, where thoughts become images, and images dissolve into peaceful sensations. Outside, the train passes over a quiet river. The surface glimmers faintly under the mist. reflecting the soft light of the lanterns from the train itself. You imagine the water moving gently, carrying tiny ripples in its path, mirroring the motion of the train. The sound of the river is faint, blending seamlessly with the rain and rails, another layer in the lullaby of the night. The forest returns, dense yet welcoming. Tall trees rise on either side of the track, their leaves brushing softly against each other in the wind. The rain patters more gently now, filtered by the branches, forming a soft, layered song. Mist curls around the base of the trees, rising slowly like tiny veils of silver smoke. You feel the coolness of the forest, softened by the warmth inside your cabin, creating a perfect balance that keeps you relaxed and peaceful. Your eyelids grow heavier. Behind them, the darkness feels thick, warm, and comforting. Your breathing slows further, each inhale full and easy, each exhale releasing the last bits of tension. Your muscles melt into the mattress beneath you, your arms and legs sinking naturally, supported by the soft embrace of the bed. You feel light yet grounded, as if your body has become part of the gentle rhythm of the train. Somewhere ahead, the distant lights of a small station flicker in the mist. The train passes without stopping. You imagine the platform empty, quiet, with only a single lamp casting a warm glow. The moment is calm, fleeting, and perfect. The image lingers briefly in your mind, soothing and steady, then disappears back into the night. The motion of the train changes slightly as it enters a gentle curve. The sway rocks you just enough to deepen your relaxation. You imagine the rails beneath you stretching endlessly, guiding you forward without effort or thought. Each clack and pause becomes a heartbeat of the night, steady, rhythmic, hypnotic. The rain outside slows almost to a whisper, falling lightly, brushing against the window in delicate trails. Some droplets merge and slip down the glass, creating tiny rivers that twist and disappear. You watch without needing to focus, feeling only the calm sensation it brings, a quiet companion to the rhythm of your breathing and the gentle rocking of the train. Your mind drifts. You imagine small, soft lights glowing through the misty forest-pursed fireflies, perhaps lanterns in distant cabins. They appear and fade, gentle and warm, without any demand for your attention. The images pass like feathers, light and easy, blending seamlessly with the feeling of calm washing over you. Your body grows heavier with every sway of the train. Your arms relax completely. Your legs sink deeper into the mattress. Your chest rises and falls with slow, steady breaths. Each motion carries you closer to sleep, closer to the place where dreams and calm converge. You are safe, you are warm, you are drifting. The night wraps around the train. The rain continues its soft song, and the world outside becomes a blur of mist and shadow. Your body and mind move in harmony with the gentle rhythm, floating toward a deep, restorative sleep. Dear listener, let your body sink even deeper into the embrace of the blanket, and allow your mind to drift freely as the train moves steadily beneath you. The gentle rocking of the carriages has become part of your rhythm. Clack, pause, clack, pause. Each sound blends seamlessly with the quiet patter of rain outside, forming a symphony of calm designed solely for you. The cabin is warm, holding the heat softly like a small sanctuary. The wooden walls, polished and smooth, radiate comfort. The mattress beneath you molds perfectly to your form, supporting every curve and easing every tension. Your pillow cradles your head, lifting it just enough so that your body can relax fully. You are cocooned here, embraced by softness and safety. Outside, the mist thickens slightly, curling over fields and along tree lines. Shadows stretch and blend into one another, softened by the gentle glow of distant lights. You do not need to see the details of the world beyond the window. It exists only to serve the feeling of calm and serenity that surrounds you. You are safe within your cabin, surrounded by warmth, motion, and quiet. The train passes over a small creek. The water reflects the soft amber glow of the lanterns inside the carriages. You imagine tiny ripples forming with each drop of rain that falls into the stream, carrying away any lingering tension or thought. The sound of water blends with the rain and rails, creating a layered lullaby. You feel each note in your chest, your back, your arms, and legs. It resonates through your body, loosening and releasing, guiding you further toward sleep. The conductor passes by quietly, almost reverently. His soft footsteps echo briefly in the corridor, then fade. He adjusts a latch or glances at a lantern, small gestures that assure the train continues its journey safely. You do not see him clearly, but his presence is a comfort. You know that someone watches over this quiet world, tending to it with care as you drift into calm. Your eyelids feel heavy. The darkness behind them grows warm and dense, inviting you to sink deeper. Your thoughts float past like clouds in a silent sky. You do not need to follow them. You do not need to hold them. They drift, dissolving into the soft rhythm of the night. The forest thickens again outside. The trees tower silently, their branches swaying softly in the wind. The rain patters lightly against leaves, creating a delicate, layered melody. Mist drifts among the trunks, curling and twisting like ghostly silk. You feel the coolness of the forest through your imagination, softened by the warmth and protection of your cabin. Your body melts further into the bed. Your breathing slows even more, deep and even, matching the gentle sway of the train. Your arms rest naturally at your sides. Your legs sink into the mattress. Your spine loosens completely. Every fiber of your being feels weightless, yet held. The blanket drapes over you like a gentle wave, wrapping you in comfort and calm. You imagine a distant farmhouse, a warm light glowing in a single window. The world inside is still, peaceful, unhurried. Someone might sit quietly, reading, sipping something warm, listening to the rain. You are connected to that stillness, part of the same serene world. Everything beyond your cabin, beyond the train, is quiet and protective. The train begins a long, straight stretch of track. The motion becomes smooth, predictable, hypnotic. Clack, pause, clack, pause. The sound blends perfectly with your slow, deep breaths. Your body rocks gently, guided by the rails, by the soft hum of motion, by the rain tapping lightly on the windows. You feel yourself drifting closer and closer to the edge of sleep. The night is calm. The rain whispers softly. The forest, the fields, the mistle of it moves with the rhythm of the train. You float within that rhythm, supported, safe, and held. The edges of your thoughts blur. Images drift lightly behind your closed eyelids, fireflies, lanterns, tiny puddles reflecting distant lights, all soft, all warm, all gentle. Your body and mind are one with a gentle sway. You are calm, you are safe, you are drifting. The rails hum beneath you. The night embraces you. The rain sings softly, and sleep waits patiently, ready to carry you deeper. Dear listener, let yourself sink fully into your pillow and blankets. The gentle rocking of the train has become a heartbeat for your body. Clack, pause, clack, pause. Every motion, every sound, every whisper of rain outside guides you closer to the soft edges of sleep. You are warm, you are safe, you are drifting. The cabin remains a cocoon of comfort. The faint amber glow from the corridor lamp stretches across the wooden walls, painting soft patterns on the floor and blankets. The mattress beneath you holds you perfectly, supporting every curve, cradling you like a gentle hand. The pillow lifts your head just enough to feel entirely at ease. Your blanket rests heavy yet soft, a comforting weight over your body. Every fiber of your being feels held, supported, and soothed. Outside, the mist thickens along the fields. Silhouettes of trees emerge through the soft gray haze, still and silent. You do not need to see them clearly. The shapes, the shadows, the faint lights, all exist only to deepen your sense of calm. The rain continues its quiet song, a soft brushing against the window, blending seamlessly with the steady rhythm of the rails. The train glides over another small stream. The water reflects faint light, rippling gently with the rhythm of the train's motion. You imagine the droplets dancing lightly on the surface, carrying away the last threads of thought, the last whispers of tension. The sound of the water mixes with the rain, the wheels, the distant hum of the train, forming a lullaby created just for you. The conductor's footsteps echo faintly in the corridor, soft and careful. He moves through the train with quiet purpose, ensuring the journey continues safely. The faint jingle of keys, the subtle click of a latch each sound is a gentle reassurance that everything is tended to, that nothing demands anything from you. You can remain here in stillness, completely at ease. Your eyelids feel heavier now. Behind them, the darkness is thick and inviting. Thoughts drift by, weightless and soft, dissolving into the rhythm of the night. You do not need to follow them. You do not need to hold on to them. They move past like clouds, leaving space for calm to settle deeper into every part of you. The forest returns outside the window. Tall trees stretch toward the sky, swaying softly in the wind. Rain brushes against leaves, a delicate, layered sound. Mist curls around the trunks, rising and twisting in slow, graceful movements. You feel the forest's coolness through your imagination, softened by the warmth and protection of your cabin. It is a silent, protective world outside, carrying you forward safely, peacefully. Your breathing slows further, deep and even. Inhale warmth, exhale tension. Your arms rest loosely by your sides. Your legs sink further into the mattress. Your spine loosens completely. Every muscle relaxes. Your body feels weightless yet securely held. The blanket drapes over you like a soft wave, wrapping you in complete comfort. You imagine the glow of a distant farmhouse through the mist. A single warm light shines through a window, a quiet presence in the vast, gentle night. Inside, someone sits peacefully, reading, sipping something warm, listening to the rain. You are part of that same quiet world, connected through the stillness, embraced by calm. The train glides into another straight stretch. The rails hum beneath you. The motion is smooth and predictable, a perfect lullaby. Clack, pause, clack, pause. The sound blends with your slow, deep breaths. Each sway of the train rocks you gently, encouraging the last threads of wakefulness to dissolve. The night is calm, the rain is soft, the forest and fields move gently past the train. Your body and mind float in the rhythm of the rails. Thoughts blur, images drift softly behind closed eyelids, fireflies, lanterns, puddles reflecting faint light, all warm, gentle, and fleeting. Your body and mind are one with the train's motion. You are safe, you are calm, you are drifting. Sleep approaches, patient, warm, and soothing. It waits to carry you deeper into dreams. Dear listener, let yourself sink fully into the softness of your pillow and blankets. Feel the gentle rocking of the train beneath you, a rhythm that has become as natural as your own heartbeat. Clack, pause, clack, pause. Each sound is a quiet invitation to release the last threads of wakefulness, to let your body and mind float freely in the calm of the night. The cabin holds a warm, soft glow. The amber light spilling from the corridor lamp reaches just enough to outline the curves of your blanket, the edges of your pillow, the polished wooden walls. Every detail of the cabin seems designed to soothe, to embrace, to hold you safely as the train glides forward. The mattress supports you perfectly. Your pillow cradles your head, and the blanket drapes gently over you like a tender, familiar weight. You are entirely at ease. Outside, the mist thickens slightly, drifting across fields and along faint tree lines. Shapes blend seamlessly into one another, softened by the dim glow of distant lights. There is no need to focus on details. The world beyond the window exists only to deepen the sense of quiet, to make the night feel infinite and protective. You are enclosed in calm, floating in warmth and safety. The train passes over a quiet creek. Water reflects the amber glow of the lanterns as gentle ripples form with each drop of rain. You imagine these tiny waves carrying away any lingering thoughts or tension, dissolving them into the steady rhythm of the night. The sound of the water blends with the rain and the wheels, forming a lullaby that resonates in every fiber of your body, loosening you, relaxing you further. A distant click echoes softly down the corridor. The conductor is moving quietly, checking the carriages with careful, unhurried movements. His presence is reassuring, though unseen. Every faint sound, a step, a latch, a soft shuffle reminds you that you are safe, that the world outside your cabin continues gently and deliberately, leaving you free to rest. Your eyelids grow heavy. Behind them, the darkness feels rich and soft, a thick, velvety calm that invites you to sink deeper. Thoughts drift past without weight, dissolving like mist in the night. You do not need to hold them or follow them. You only need to breathe and let the sensations of warmth, movement, and safety guide you further toward sleep. The forest outside rises again, trees tall and still, their leaves brushing softly in the wind. Rain patters lightly, a layered symphony of sound, softened by mist curling between the trunks. You feel the forest's presence in your imagination, cool and protective, softened by the warmth of your cabin. The world outside is quiet, still, and safe, a gentle cradle holding you in its arms. Your breathing slows further, deep and even. Inhale warmth, exhale tension. Your arms rest loosely at your sides. Your legs sink naturally into the mattress. Your spine loosens completely. Every muscle relaxes. Every thought drifts softly away. The blanket wraps you in a gentle embrace, a wave of comfort flowing over your body, holding you securely. You imagine the glow of a distant farmhouse through the mist. A single window glows warmly, the world inside calm and undisturbed. Perhaps someone sits quietly, sipping tea or reading a book, listening to the rain. You are part of that same serene world, connected by quiet and stillness, embraced in calm. The train moves forward on another straight stretch of track. The rails hum beneath you, a continuous, hypnotic lullaby. Clack, pause, clack, pause. Your body rocks gently, aligning perfectly with the rhythm of the wheels. Each sway carries you closer to the soft edge of dreams, where consciousness dissolves and only calm remains. The night is infinite. The rain whispers softly. The forest sways gently. Your mind and body float in harmony with the rhythm of the rails. Thoughts blur, images drift gently behind your closed eyelids. Fireflies, lanterns, puddles reflecting faint light, soft, warm, and fleeting. You are safe, you are calm, you are drifting. Sleep moves closer now, patient, gentle, ready to carry you deeper into dreams.